When you're handing your VA, your virtual assistant, the keys to your marketing without a clear roadmap, right? Without the GPS, you're setting them and your business up to spin their wheels. In this video, we're going to talk about whether your VA is helping you move faster or actually slowing the growth down of your business and potentially costing you more money. I had a client, a business coach, who hired a VA to run her marketing. She wanted to offload a bunch of tasks. She wanted to offload content creation, scheduling posts, writing newsletters. She was just passing all of those things off to the VA. And she came to me and she said, I love that I don't have to check off any of these things off my list. Now they are on the VA's list. She thought that that was great. But then months went by and she was left wondering, why is nothing sticking? Where are we missing the mark? She felt like we are doing all these things, and at the same time, it feels like we're not really gaining any traction. So the funny part is, she turned to the VA to ask, what is it that is off? The virtual assistant said, I've done all the things you've asked me to do. I'm checking everything off the boxes. I don't know. You tell me. And okay, you could say, was the VA being a little sassy? But the truth is, the VA was doing all of the things that you were asking her to do. She was following your lead, executing tasks without a clear plan, with no roadmap, with lack of strategy. So this brings us to the next question. Have you hired a VA and outsourced marketing tasks to that VA? And now you have that VA running around in circles, checking things off a list with no clear direction. In order to fix this problem, first we have to talk about what your VA should and shouldn't be doing. Let's be clear, your VA is not your marketing department. They are not responsible, they shouldn't be responsible for building your brand voice, for mapping out your customer journey, or driving conversions, unless they were trained in that area, unless they have knowledge and experience in that field. Otherwise, they should not be doing that. They are there to support in the execution piece, not the strategy. Things like posting content that's already been mapped out, creating emails for campaigns that have already been planned out, and repurposing assets that were created with intention from the get-go. But when you hand the keys to your marketing off to your VA without giving them the GPS, you're setting them and your business up to spin around in circles. Planning campaigns, defining your positioning, crafting messaging, those are strategic roles, not to be handed off to your VA. We just covered what your VA should and shouldn't be doing. Now let's talk about the missing piece in the marketing of your small business. The missing piece is leadership. Most service-based business owners are not failing and struggling because they don't have a promising offer. That's not where the disconnect is. That's not why they're failing. They're failing because they have directionless marketing. They have weak messaging. They have no idea who they should be marketing to. They have hired help, but they have not invested in leadership. They've got people that are doing tasks, but no one owning the strategy, no one leading on the brand building and marketing front, no one deciding what to prioritize and when to pivot. So what's the result of all that? I'll tell you, you end up with a team that is constantly busy, but ineffective. They're doing ineffective work. You end up with content that you're posting frequently, but is easily forgettable. Marketing that looks productive, but doesn't perform. And this is the silent drain in a lot of small business owners who are making 6 figures and trying to get to 7 figures. And the longer you skip bringing on marketing leadership, the more expensive that gap becomes. So let's talk about that. How expensive is it to keep putting off bringing on marketing leadership? Skipping bringing on a marketing consultant or a fractional CMO doesn't just delay growth, it compounds inefficiency. What happens when no one is steering the ship? Let me tell you what happens when no one is steering the ship, okay? What happens is you end up spending money on tools and tactics that don't support your goals. Your VA and even the rest of your team gets overwhelmed and starts to underperform. You are burning through time and money just trying to piece things together. Hiring an expert to lead on this front is not just about saving you time, it's also about saving you money and preventing you from making costly mistakes. They're the difference between checking off 50 tasks with little to no ROI and executing 10 things that move the business forward. They're the difference. When you bring strategic oversight, even on a fractional level, even part-time, you give your team the direction that they need. Friend, the VA is not the problem. It's the missing leadership behind her. Your team can only be as efficient as the strategy that backs the tactics that they're executing. That's when the marketing starts to work. That's when you're well on your way to build a trusted brand. If this is something you haven't been able to do on your own, if you're looking to crack that code, let's chat, let's connect. Check the link in the description. And if you're enjoying these insights and tips that I'm sharing, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your feedback, and check out the next video. I'm Nadia Ramos, Brand and Marketing Growth Consultant. I help experts, coaches, and consultants like you turn your knowledge into high-impact brands that drive demand and growth. We talk about building a solid marketing ecosystem that supports the other areas of your business and helps you grow with high impact and intention. So follow along, subscribe to the channel, keep an eye out for more content.